I know there's a lot of awful stuff going on right now on YouTube and just the internet in general, so I just thought I'd cover a topic that's a little more on the wholesome side of things, I guess is like a distraction from it all. After almost 24 years on the air, PBS Kids have finally removed Caillou from their lineup. They made a statement yesterday that said, "We're saying farewell to Caillou DHX, but remember, when we say goodbye to something, it just means we get to say hello to something new. Here are tips for what to do when your child's favorite media goes away." And then there's a link. Now, not gonna lie, this link is kind of useless because the show has had so many releases on VHS and DVD, and you can just easily find episodes for free on places like Internet Archive on YouTube, so nowadays having your favorite show be cancelled isn't really a problem. I'm just surprised it took them this long to remove Caillou. Parents and teachers would constantly complain about the show, and the show has probably the most banned episodes out of any PBS kids show, or even any kids show. I personally like watching Caillou, I always have. I don't know why, I just do. I would constantly watch the show when I was little. It was like crack to me. And I do see points of why people complain about it and still do. In the first season of the show, known by a lot of people as the gray shirt era due to Caillou wearing a gray shirt instead of his signature yellow shirt, Caillou was 3.5 years old instead of being 4, as he was for most of the series. Now, this doesn't sound like a huge difference, but apparently half a year is, because in a lot of episodes of the gray shirt era, Caillou is extremely whiny, and some of the gray shirt episodes are the most well-known of the show, such as season 1 episode 8, Caillou joins the circus, where actually it's hard for me to explain. I'll just show the clip.
Come on, Caillou. Come downstairs and help me make breakfast.
No, I don't want to. Silly old car! Silly!
And also season 1 episode 12, Big Brother Caillou, where actually I'll just show the clip for that too. I know he's wearing a yellow shirt with overalls there, but it still counts. Also, fun fact, both of these episodes are banned. Once the gray shirt era ended, Caillou became a lot less whiny. Now when I was little, PBS would air a lot more episodes from season 2 and beyond than season 1, but PBS Kids would still sometimes show episodes from season 1. My favorite part of Caillou was and still is the puppet segments. I thought these came after every season 1 episode, but turns out the puppets were only from seasons 2 to 3, which was really weird because I remember them being after some gray shirt episodes. I don't know if PBS edited them in or something, but I thought to bring that up in case anyone has the same memory that I do. Now there's 4 characters in these segments: Gilbert, who's Caillou's pet cat, Rexy, who's Caillou's plush dinosaur, and Teddy, who's Caillou's teddy bear. They all show up in the cartoon portion of the show, but here they speak, which they don't in the cartoon. I mean, Gilbert meows, but that doesn't really count. The 4th character is Dee Dee, the squirrel, who has never appeared in the cartoon and is just there for some reason. She randomly stopped appearing in the puppet segments, like none of the segments from season 3 had her. She just disappeared and it's never explained or acknowledged or anything. But now that I think about it, Gilbert always did look suspicious to me. Anyways, I've always loved stuff like puppetry, and the puppets here are just so cute and so well made. I love watching them. And by the way, it's just those characters who are puppets. There's no human puppets, thankfully. That would be terrifying. But if I had to make a list on the top 10 most nostalgic things for me, the Caillou puppet segments would probably make the top 3. Now, I don't just like the puppet segments, I like the cartoon too. The season 1 episodes are really nostalgic for me, and I just like laughing at how whiny Caillou is in a lot of these episodes and just how absurd some of these episodes are. I actually might have to make a video on all of Caillou's banned episodes because there's just so many, and most of the banned episodes are from season 1. Season 2 and beyond are far less controversial due to parent complaints, but I do genuinely like them and genuinely watch them. I just have a tolerance for Caillou. And before you ask, yes, I also like Barney. Also, I'm about to answer a question many people have had for years. Why is Caillou bald? Now, I remember for a while, if you googled that, it would tell you something about how Caillou's body recognizes that he doesn't deserve hair or something. I forgot exactly what it was, but it was hilarious, but I don't know if it's still up on Google. The actual answer is, though, that Caillou was a Canadian children's book series before it got turned into a show, and as you know, hey, that rhymes, French is spoken in quite a few parts of Canada, and Caillou, when translated to English, means pebble or stone, so it would really make sense for Caillou to be bald as he's named after pebbles, and pebbles are smooth. Also, even if you hate Caillou, you can't deny that he's helped shape the internet into what it is today. YouTube would literally not be the same if that show didn't exist, and I wouldn't even have this YouTube channel right now. In the golden age of YTP, like 2010, 2011, I was like really into them, and the YTPs I would always watch were Caillou ones, my favorites back then being by CS188 and Zach Wolf. If I had never seen those YTPs, I wouldn't have had such an interest in video editing or even having a channel in general. Like, these videos and the people who make them have just inspired me so much and still do. And also, if Caillou didn't exist, Go Animate videos wouldn't exist either. Now, most of the Go Animate videos I've seen and that have probably ever been made are Caillou gets grounded videos, where Caillou gets punished by a character such as his parents. Now, back in the day, and even still, these videos are incredibly popular and get a ton of views. Yeah, the Go Animate community is still thriving to this day, believe it or not. I myself am personally not a part of it. I haven't unironically watched a grounded video since 2014, but I know many of the users in this community, such as Brendan Barney, have really successful YouTube channels, and I do follow the community from time to time, and I actually do want to make a separate video just about the grounded genre on YouTube. It honestly makes me really sad that Caillou is being removed from PBS Kids after 24 years on the air, but I guess everything must come to an end eventually. If anyone who has worked on the show sees this video, then thank you so much for taking part in a show that's given me so many great memories during both childhood and the present. If it weren't for that show, like I stated earlier, I would literally not have a YouTube channel right now. So Caillou means so much to me, and I cannot thank you enough for working on the show. If anyone who's worked on it does see this. Au revoir, Caillou.